Welcome back to A Hand Up on Shaw TV. The mandate of the food bank is, of course, to feed people. But what about added services like dental care? The Abbotsford Food Bank realizes that while food can fill you up, other services can make you feel whole. The food bank in Abbotsford is bustling as usual. But upstairs, the sound of the dentist drill fills the air. Welcome to the Abbotsford Food Bank's dental clinic, the only dental clinic in Canada run out of a food bank.
And we surveyed our clients, all our adult clients, a couple years ago and found out that half of them had never been to the dentist in their life. You don't go to the dentist, your teeth are bad, you have health problems, and you don't eat, and so it's one of the things you try to fix, right? To give them a quality of life that's better.
Since it opened last year, the clinic has seen hundreds of patients, and in its first 6 months gave out $50,000 worth of dental services. Peter is here today to correct some old dental work.
Without dental health of any description, you are going to suffer, and suffer in many, many ways beyond the fact that you have a sore tooth. This one just a little more.
A little more? Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Dick, who helped start the clinic, agrees that dental care is about a lot more than teeth.
There's a whole communication, relational aspect of smiling, and we communicate so much with nonverbal signs, and teeth are a huge part of that. Smiles are a huge part of that, and if you're always kind of looking sad or keeping your mouth closed, people have a different impression of who you really are.
Health first, and secondly, often linked to that is opportunities for work, or even going to look for a place to rent, right? It's if you look sketchy, it's difficult. They'll turn you down.
The clinic has a waiting list of over 200 people, which keeps the staff of volunteers very busy.
We get a lot of reward from coming here. I think sometimes I get more of coming here than what I'm giving out, and it's just been a real great experience. You're very welcome. Nice to meet you.
Sometimes accepting help from the food bank can be difficult. Some clients, though, get a sense of giving back by volunteering with the very organizations that help them.
This is where the food first arrives at the Friends in Need Food Bank in Maple Ridge. And this is the lineup of people who need it.
This is your neighbors, right? You know, a lot of people pull up and they had a job last week, or they're self-employed, and suddenly, wow, the work's just not coming in.
Good morning.
The first thing you'll notice about this place is the friendly faces and the volunteers who make everyone feel welcome.
Yeah, this is my little corner.
Vivian Anderson comes in every day to volunteer.
I've been a volunteer for over 20 years, and I enjoy it because it gets me out, and I enjoy helping other people.
Yvonne Desivray is another smiling face you'll see here. She's a single mom who relies on the food bank, but she also gives back to it.
The finances was just really challenging, and so I came to the food bank, and I didn't want to feel like I'm getting a handout, and so I decided to volunteer.
Yvonne's family is in Alberta, so she has no support network here. And she lives with a disability, so she can't always work. But Yvonne says she doesn't want that to affect her kids.
I want them to be eating things that are nutritional, not just a filler. They have to have something that will sustain them throughout the day to learn in school so that they can graduate. I've taught them respect and self-worth, and that they've got what it takes to do whatever they want.
Yvonne is not alone. Maple Ridge has a high number of single parents, and there's no shortage of kids who come through here.
It's a little bit less expensive to live here for, say, a single mom. Housing rental costs are a little bit cheaper out here as opposed to being right in downtown Vancouver. That could have a lot to do with it. We always need diapers, baby food, little things of juice and granola bars, stuff to make kids' lunches. So a couple of things of juice.
Many of these food bank clients end up becoming volunteers.
It's hard for people to come in, so they this way they don't feel like they're taking anything, they feel like they're contributing. And actually they're probably contributing way more than they're taking.
And it's that spirit of giving back that Yvonne is already teaching her kids.
Volunteering is important.
Yeah.
And I believe that my kids should learn the value of giving where there's a need, you know, and finding their own place to give.
Helping the food bank can go way beyond donating food. A Port Moody couple has found a unique way to give back to Kids Bank food programs while capturing what childhood is really all about.
How about getting up on the stump?
Tanya Harrison is a busy children's photographer.
And tip your head up just a little, Cassandra.
She has been even busier lately, finishing a very special project to raise money for the food bank. A project that was inspired by her daughter Alexia.
When you have a child, the hardest thing is to see another child either go hungry or you realize that in a bad economy that every family is so close to either a sickness or losing their job to actually needing the food bank.
She, along with her husband and business partner Jeff, decided to ask clients to donate to the food bank in lieu of the usual photographer's fee.
First child, it's $100 and each additional is $25. And for that donation, I will actually go out, I'll photograph that child in their community, doing what they love, wearing what they want to wear, doing the activity they want to do, and it's more like a play date. So I have a basically 1 hour play date with each child, and one image from each of those sessions goes into a hardcover coffee table book titled Kids of Vancouver. So it's kids doing what kids love.
Tanya and Jeff set some ambitious fundraising goals with last year's and this year's Kids of Vancouver projects.
Last year goal was $10,000 and we raised, I think it was close to $9,600. This year goal was $15,000 and we're already at $12,000. So we're almost there. Not quite, but almost. These guys were just here on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Money raised through the Kids of Vancouver project is earmarked to help children who are the same age as the kids in the book.
It goes to the Tiny Bundles program, and that's for pregnant women and children, newborns and infants. Within the Greater Vancouver Food Bank, they have the Kids Picks program, which provides healthy lunches and nutritious snacks, things that are a little above and beyond what they would normally get in their hamper.
On your mark, get set, go!
Tanya has done hundreds of photo sessions just like this one and has parents already donating for next year's Kids of Vancouver book.
Oh, good one! Yay!
I thought if we can do this, we can have fun, and at the same time, I can help, and not only me, they are helping the community that need a lot of support, and that at this age, I think they should learn how to be involved in the community.
Tanya loves what she does as a photographer and has become a passionate advocate for the food bank.
When they come in, we educate them a little bit about what the food bank needs and where the money's going and why we've chosen those particular programs within the food bank. And it makes sense to them and it makes them think more. And a lot of clients actually end up being even more generous and donate more than the nomination fee.
Parents are also happy to have a permanent record of their involvement in the project.
I am thinking about giving it as a Christmas gift to my parents in Japan, and then they would be bragging about their granddaughters. Like, oh, look at this book, and then they're in the photo album about Vancouver.
A photo album of kids that will be helping a lot of other kids this year. I'm Kendall Harris in Port Moody for Shaw TV.
When you think about giving to the food bank, many of us think about giving cans. But would you really want to eat canned food every day? We're meeting a woman now who's making sure that the clients at the Surrey Food Bank get their fruits and veggies too.
Very carefully lift the leaves so you don't break them.
Deb Reynolds isn't afraid to get her hands dirty, especially when it comes to helping her community.
There is some over here, Roman.
Deb is part of the Surrey Food Bank's Gleaning Program, where farmers donate surplus produce to be distributed to families in need.
When I initially started this, it was me running around, picking the fruit up, boxing it, bringing it down for the first 2 to 3 years.
Now it's the farmers coming to Deb.
I have farmers phoning me now that said that they'll have 300 or 400 pounds of peaches that they're not picking. Would I like to get them picked, and would the Surrey Food Bank like to be able to use them?
Deb has been a gleaning organizer in the farming community in the Lower Mainland and the Okanagan for years. She started in 2005 after a work injury left her in the food bank lineup.
When I was in there wasn't any opportunity for fresh fruit and vegetables back in 2005.
And the food bank still finds it tough to get their hands on fresh produce.
Last year alone, Deb gave us 40,000 pounds of fresh fruit and vegetables, and that's huge. It's always nice for these families to get that fresh produce as well, because obviously they're low income and can't afford that product on their own.
It's so useful, especially with the babies, because I have a son, 1 year old, and my daughter 4 years old. And it's so useful because sometimes I don't have that extra income. Normally I have to buy diapers, milk, eggs, bread, and the food bank is a big help for us.
Every day at the Surrey Food Bank, we serve anywhere between 250 and 320 families. So that's about $30,000 to $50,000 worth of product every single day. So it's an incredibly busy place, and for us to give that fresh product to our clients is really, really awesome.
Please help your local food bank, whether it's Surrey, Vancouver, or any of them. Look around your community and start to share with what, we've been so blessed with.
People can get so creative when it comes to giving to the food bank, like this Shaw employee whose band is empowering youth to fill the food bank. Being in a band is a lot of work, but Surrey band Bullets Over Beauty are doing it all for a good cause. They're holding a food bank fundraiser at the South Surrey Rec Centre.
This fundraiser is all about working with the youth and showing them that no matter how big or small the donations they can bring in, it will still make an impact.
Bullets Over Beauty have many young fans, and they're encouraging them to get involved by giving back. A donation to the food bank is all they need to get into the December 18th show.
The food bank is extremely important to us because everybody's got stuff sitting around their house that they don't use, and it can sit there forever. Go through your house, grab the stuff, bring it, and put it to use.
Well, I think youth are always looking for an opportunity to give back, and sometimes I think there isn't a lot of opportunity for them to do that. So what we're really wanting to do is give them that voice where they can say, here, I can help. Here's an opportunity where we can contribute to our community, and also showcase youth bands that are doing great things in our community as well.
Part of the motivation for this fundraiser was from Jason's work. You see, Jason works at the Langley Shaw Distribution Centre, and he's been involved in Together is Amazing.
That's probably part of the reason, or if not the main reason, why I thought of talking to Jessica here at the South Surrey Rec Centre. We were inspired to do our part, whether it be big or small, to do the same.
Admission can be a $2 donation to the food bank, food donations, or any outerwear, including mittens and toques for people in need.
In high school, it's such a big thing. That's your social network is high school, but when you give back to the community, it broadens your perspectives, I think, as well. And just really, really great to give back and contribute, I think.
It's extremely important to help people who are in need. So if you got stuff lying around your house that you're not using, donate it, right?
Everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, donate it.
Food banks around BC need your help. And now is the time of year where many of us think to give. So don't be afraid to put your money where your mouth is and contact your local food bank. And please be generous with your time and your donation. Thanks for watching.